Welcome to Comics from the Future, our Friday show where we preview and you can pre-order upcoming comics. My name is Megan.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Jason. We're all with Infinity Flux Comics from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And if you would like a local comic shop, if you need one, for us to be that for you online, just send us some information about you. We'll have our order screen up at the end and some stuff in the description. So, all right, let's get into it.
First book this week is Truth and Justice from DC Comics. This is interesting. I didn't know. This was originally released as a digital first series. It is now being printed in kind of a collected format. I think they have like one or two issues in each. But this first one focuses on Vixen, and it kind of is described as a team up book like Truth and Justice.
Huh.
So it seems like it should always be somebody and Superman because he is the embodiment of justice. But this first one teams up Vixen with, what was their names? It was, I had never heard of them. Dr. Mist, which I have heard of, and Impala, which is just a car as far as I know. But they are members of the Global Guardians. So they're like the first line of defense before the issue gets too big and you got to call them the Justice League.
Huh.
So it seems like each one of these issues is going to focus on a strange team up, a little Brave and the Bold but it sounds cool. Sounds cool. I'm excited about it. They say it's a good way of showcasing some new talent, some new artists, and some new writers on each issue. You kind of get a new idea, a new take on characters from some fresh faces.
So every issue is going to team up sort of a character that's lesser known with Superman.
No, Superman's not in it.
Oh, okay.
The second issue actually does have Superman in it, but it seems likely that with Justice you're going to have Superman at some point. But yeah, so the this first one is on Vixen. The second one will be about Superman, but we'll talk about that one on down the road.
And they say there isn't DC after Future State already.
It's already here, and we know Vixen's going to be. We saw Vixen in Teen Titans. Mm-hmm. Seems like they're really bringing her back into the fold of mainstream, so that's cool. And there will be a variant, but I couldn't even find out who is doing the variant. It's just B cover, cover B or variant. So
DC's so busy with Future State because honestly, they get all their B covers out on time. Mm-hmm. This is one of the first ones in a while that we haven't had the ability to show.
Yeah, they've been really keeping up with it. So who knows? Could be awesome.
Now the thing is with these covers where they don't have them ready by final order cutoff, which is this weekend, the really good ones end up being good to spec on because. Nobody orders
They're
it.
under ordered.
It's hard for us retailers to trust this. But I don't know. It's a new series. We'll probably get some of it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Generations Forged. If you guys read Generations Shattered, which came out about a month ago, you're definitely going to want to pick this up. This is picks up where that one left off. It is a one-shot, and our heroes have been dispersed through time, our ragtag group of heroes, and they have to find a way to sort of put everything back together. The characters in this could not be more different, and just kind of crazy to put together. The 1939 Batman, Kamandi, Superboy, Starfire, just this team you can't imagine being together, having to work together.
It's Purple Gloves Batman.
Yeah.
When you couldn't quite get everything black or gray.
Yep. So, like I said, you're definitely going to want to pick this up if you like Generation Shattered, which we sold out of, surprisingly. So, really cool. I think it also has a variant cover, but I love the A cover with that. This is the Raphael Albuquerque variant.
Yeah, you can see that crazy cast, even Sinestro when he was a Green Lantern.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that really displays them all really, really well.
The female Dr. Light.
I think the B cover Bermeja one of Generation Shattered was like a sleeper hit. So.
Yeah, we sold out of that immediately.
All right, going over to Marvel for a minute. They have announced X-Men Legends as an ongoing series. So what is this? Basically, it is classic X-Men tales told by classic writers. So these are new stories, but they're set in like favorite storylines from the past. So they're kind of adding to the mythos. The first one is by Fabian Nicieza.
Hmm.
I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Needs Yates.
There we go.
We just need
Fabian
to look at you
Nicieza,
to pronounce
creator
everything.
of Deadpool, amongst other things. He's going to do the first one, and I believe it's going to have to do with whatever happened with the other Summers brother.
The one that even their own brothers were like, we'll get back to him.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to tie up some loose ends in this. This is going to get us away from all the Krakoa stuff, and give us more of just sort of that classic X-Men feel. I think the solicitation talks about get ready for the blue and yellow colors and get
Yay.
ready for pouches, and so I mean
love
that's
a good
great.
pouch.
Yeah, not 90s X-Men feel, but they're bringing back. It's going to be multiple writers doing this, and we're only going to know issue from issue what storyline they're going to go over, and maybe a few issues will go over a certain one, and then
Mhm.
maybe some will be one shots. So I think this sounds like a whole lot of fun. It has two variants or a few variants that are orderable, rather. This is the Christopher action figure variant. John Tyler Christopher, back at his old action figure ways. But I mean, look at that. That looks like an action figure I would have straight up bought in the
Mhm.
90s after watching the X Men cartoon, after seeing the last time on X Men and hearing Wolverine say, "I'm the best at what I do, bub. I'd run out and buy this." Then we have the Koella connecting variant. So this one will connect with the other connecting variants that come after it.
I think that'll be cool too, because hopefully, since they are exploring a bunch of different timelines, maybe each one will have their suits from that timeline and
That
everything.
would be really cool. And lastly, there's the Stormbreakers variant. Now, the Stormbreakers variants, they are sort of highlighting newer artists that Marvel considers to be really talented, really hot. This is the Gleason one. Now, where have we heard about Gleason lately? He's the dude he did Amazing Spider-Man 55, the web Spider-Man
Oh
covers that
yeah.
everyone is going insane over. So he is an artist to watch, and you might want to buy his other stuff.
Yeah.
He's definitely a rising star.
So next up is I don't know if we've ever talked about a Hellboy book on this. It feels like since we started, there
They're so
hasn't been. They're
sporadic.
so
Yeah.
sporadic, but I love Hellboy. Hellboy is one of my all-time favorite universes in comics, characters, everything. And they are going back to Hellboy's younger days. I mean, Hellboy, we've pretty much logged every day of his life in some form. I mean, we had like BPRD all through the 40s, the
They do it year
50s.
by year by
Yeah,
year.
this one even says this takes place in 1947. So it's young Hellboy and his adoptive father, Professor Broom, get deserted on this island. But of course, in the Hellboy world, no island can just be just
Right,
a
regular. Yeah.
regular island. They couldn't have landed in
Is it
Hawaii
a
or something.
tortoise shell or is
Yeah.
it Baba Yaga
No, this one's
underwater?
infested with monsters, and they say it's monsters, vampire queens, dinosaurs, giant ape gods, and Hellboy runs into one of his favorite characters, which in the Hellboy universe is kind of funny because we know he loves Lobster Johnson, who is a
Hmm.
comic book character, but also a real person. This actually introduces a new character, which we don't get a whole lot of new characters in the Hellboy universe because
Yeah, it's been kind of settled at this
it's so
point.
settled and it's so like intricately woven. Every character means something. This is a new character called Scarlet Santiago, the Sky Devil. So it sounds like another kind of pulpy um, hero, kind of like Lobster Johnson, that probably a World War I flying ace or something. But
Well, I will say, notice the face and the eyes in the sky there.
Oh yeah.
really cool. There's some preview pages on this, and even some like penciled pages. And there's a gorilla in it, but as the mentioned gorilla god. But it looks like the style they took is very much the original King Kong movie. So its eyes are kind of bugged off on the side of its head. It's got that weird, very like dated look to it. But Hellboy's great. We have a lot of people really excited about this new Young Hellboy series. It's only going to be 4 issues. I think it's going to be exciting.
I always like getting to see more of his father,
Yeah,
Dr. Broom, because he died so early in
it's
Hellboy.
what's so funny is like you think of these cast of characters, you're like, really, Hellboy was only in the BPRD for a very short amount of time,
Yeah.
and his father died in like volume 2 or something like
And how
that.
often do you see Hellboy before he tore off his
He started to
horns?
shave him down. And of course, we have the Mignola variant cover where he got to draw one of those awesome giant gorillas.
Okay, guys, this is weird. This is a weird
Real
comic.
talk.
What to say? Okay, so this is from Vault. It seems to be a new ongoing series called Hollow Heart. This is, and I made this up. This does not say this in the solicitation, but based on what I read about it and the preview pages, I'm calling it a body horror love story. So our main character here is described as a jumble of organs inside a biosuit. I'm assuming the suit is keeping him alive. He's in a lot of pain, as the description says, but he does have someone who I'm assuming is his partner trying to help restore. I don't know.
Somewhere in that goop is a heart of gold.
Exactly. So anyway, it is supposed to be a love story about just sort of giving the person that you're with the hard truth or maybe like a hard pain to help them out. Sometimes you show people you care about them by I don't know, be doing what you got to do. Okay, so that's some
Helping
philosophy.
them take care
for
of
the
their
show.
floating organs.
You just gotta do what you gotta do to help them along. So sometimes it's not always chocolate hearts.
See, whether I read this or not, this is what I like about comics. Comics get to take more risks than other mediums. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody pitched this story in almost any other medium, it'd be like, no way.
Mhm.
But with comics, it's like, okay, we can explore such a bizarre idea. 4 issues. You got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So there are some preview pages on this. Don't worry, you're not totally left in the dark. Go to Previews World, search this title. You will see the first 4 pages. There is text and everything. So that is there. We have some variant covers with it as well.
I like that.
This is the
Yeah.
Daniel cover.
Anytime they do that classic, they did that with Giga too.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get all those, put them on a spinner rack, and it looks like an alternate world.
Speaking of
Seves
Giga,
comics.
we have some covers that definitely look like it.
I can see
so-
Hollow Heart going up against, like, Rom on this
Yeah.
cover.
Very much.
Well, I guess it's not showing me these. But anyway, we have the Hickman variant as well.
And there's goldfish in that head, which
There is some goldfish story in the preview pages, so that makes sense.
can't be good around your exposed organs.
Okay, so here's a new comic coming out from Valiant. Savage is getting a new series, a new #1, and it claims to be the craziest comic of 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, when they make statements like that, it makes me want to, read it just to be like, haha, it wasn't that crazy.
And it's
I mean, did
only
you see
January.
Hollow
Yeah, I
Heart
know.
right before this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very bold statement. So, of course, this is from Max Bemis and Nathan Stockman. So, apparently in this one, Savage is like a teen heartthrob icon, even
Just
though
look
he
at him.
was he was raised in this island where it's like land of the lost with dinosaurs. He's actually back over in England, and I guess he just got really popular because he's so ripped having to grow up feral. Well, apparently mutant dinosaurs attack England, and while everybody else is losing their head, he's like, oh, I'm back in my element. I know what to do with mutant dinosaurs. So Savage #1 is beginning from Valiant. It also has this variant by Ward.
Yeah,
And as you see,
Christian Ward, yeah.
They're updating Savage. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I like this idea because so often it's like, I come from this island and I don't understand what's going on. This guy comes in, he's like, I can own this place. I mean, of course everyone would want to follow him. He was raised by dinosaurs.
it's a spin on Fish Out of Water, too, because this cover shows, wow, he's really out of his element more than you used to see old movies where it's like a weird savage person in our realm. Oh, he doesn't understand
Yeah,
fire and electricity. Well, how about social media? But then at the same time, he's going to know stuff that they don't know when the mutant dinosaurs attack. And I'm glad I have a job where I can say things like that.
So next up, just going to briefly mention this. It is a Immortal Hulk one-shot called Immortal Hulk Flatline. It's a 30-page one-shot written, drawn, and colored by Declan Shalvey, who's an amazing artist. I haven't read as much. I think he's just kind of getting into the writing game. But this is going to explore, which it sounds like almost every Hulk story, but it's going to explore his kind of relationship with where does his anger come from. And but does say it is introducing a new gamma-powered villain that to defeat him, he's going to have to kind of search within himself at what makes him explode into being the Hulk. So this sounds really interesting. I love the one shots. There's a lot of reviews from other comic creators like Cy Spurrier said like this is an amazing one and done wrapped up story. It's gonna be like it makes me almost feel like when we got the Batman Elmer Fudd of like this one issue could be like the winner of like single story of the year type thing. The way they're talking about it, the people who have read this so far.
Mm-hmm.
So sounds really interesting. Introduces a new character. If you are following Immortal Hulk, this will be good. But also, if you kind of are not, but you want to read a Hulk story, this seems like a pretty good jumping on place too. And of course, we have the variant, and this is the.
Is this the Kool-Aid Man variant?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He's mid saying, "Oh yeah." This is the Nolan variant.
Okay, so next we have Arya, Heavenly Creatures. Arya has been published by Image before, but the same creator, and its main premise is that mythical creatures exist in our world. So this is another miniseries from it. So if you haven't entered this world yet, this is a good jumping on point. From what I briefly read about this, there is an actual angel in captivity in this miniseries here. Heavenly Creatures makes sense with the title of the story. So yeah, is this ongoing? I think
So
it is.
One shot.
this is a one
One
shot.
shot,
This
okay.
is really interesting. Like you said, Arya has been a thing before. This was actually originally published as Arya Angela Heavenly Creatures.
Yeah.
So if you know Angela, the angel character created by Neil Gaiman
Gaiman.
and Todd
McFarlane.
McFarlane for Spawn,
Mm-hmm.
who Angela is now at Marvel. She's been a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy and everything. So they are redoing this issue, but changing who the angel is, which makes me think that this is a property they're going to start using again because they needed to
Yeah, refresh it.
refresh it and make it where they do control like 100% of it. But the artwork is beautiful in
Yeah.
it. It looks really good.
There
I'm
is a
interested.
trailer for it too, right?
Yeah, there's an actual trailer like YouTube. There's a trailer for it that shows off a lot of the art and this like they're not called freak shows. What are they called? Like the kind of
Like a circus.
yeah,
sort
like an
of-
underground circus type thing this girl goes to that like claims they have all these crazy things, and one of the things is an angel. So I think this is cool. I think it's interesting that why now, why this book. I'm
Yeah.
sure they've got reasons behind it. So I'll be interested to check this out and see maybe if it teases what may be coming with it.
So
Yeah.
instead of meeting Angela, she's going to meet like Pamela or just,
Pamela, just an office worker lady.
Jangela.
just one close up of her eyes, just looking like searching for a name.
All right, we got some other covers. This is the Quesada and Nikki variant. And then we have the Jones variant and the Drew variant. All very easy to pronounce names. Excellent.
Okay, so this is a part of the show where we talk about number 2s and 3s. We sometimes will show off covers that we just think are really cool. Just to remind people who've read issue 1 that if you haven't signed up for the series with your local comic shop, hopefully it's us, you might want to do that because otherwise you'll miss out. These are all open to order. They're available. You can order as many as you want right now. But by Sunday or Monday, based on if it's Marvel or DC, you won't be able to order it open anymore, and you might miss out. That's what Comics from the Future is all about. So this is Batman Black and White number 3. So if you enjoyed number 1, number 2, number 3 is open order right now. This, of course, is the A cover by the fantastic Joshua Middleton. And then we have a B cover by Sana Takada, which is very cool.
Yeah, that one's cool. It's very like the Arkham games where his suit's like pretty intricate and everything. It's cool.
I still think Takada showed it to Jim Lee, and Jim Lee's like, it's great, add rain. And here's the C cover by Randolph.
Yeah, Kari Randolph, cool Poison Ivy cover.
Yeah, that's neat. That really stands out. It's not like any Batman cover I've seen lately.
So next up, we have
Some
Future
goodness.
State Immortal Wonder Woman. This is the B cover. This is the Becky Cloonan cover, which is really cool because if you know what's going on in the series where they're all immortals, it's Wonder Woman's like a constellation.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman constellation. Super cool.
All right, and this is Superman Worlds of War #2, the Frederici variant.
Sold out of the #1 Frederici cover super fast.
The variants for Future State have gone very
They've got
fast,
really good
so-
artists to do the variants.
They have, yeah. It's been quality. I mean, they let us read a lot of them a month and a half ahead, and we right away were struck by the fact that not just the art, but the writing was actually they were really trying. Okay, this is Future State Catwoman #2. This is the Hobchi variant. I don't know if I'm too familiar with Hobchi, but with Future State, they have been sourcing a lot of new talent, a lot of new people that they've gone here. Come do an issue, and we'll see how well you do it. And
it's very smart. Yeah, get some new ideas in there.
Yeah.
Really cool. This one just got released. This is the next Batman, I believe this is #4, and this is the Jim Lee variant, which is very reminiscent of that classic Jim Lee variant of Batman, and there's Superman one. They've made statues and everything. Really, really nice cover.
All right, this is Black Widow. This is the Dodson Alien cover. A lot of stuff to really like here. Dodson artwork, and then we do have another Alien cover. So this is for Black Widow #5. If you've been getting the Alien covers,
I wonder if this is the last one of the.
I wondered that last week
because it got pushed. Because I know
yeah.
Black Widow as a book got pushed back a month. So this was already done for it. So this may be the last kind of holdouts of the Alien month.
This is Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon #2. Marvel is launching this series of Masterwork covers. So this is not a Marvel Masterwork. This is an individual issue, but they're just doing covers that look like Marvel Masterworks. One thing I've learned about Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon, because we read all about these comics, because I was wondering, why are they doing this 6-part series other than, Larry Hama doing a series? Yeah. That gets me. But by the end of it, they're claiming something very important is going to happen and that there's going to be a new Iron Fist. That's what I've been reading. So that's not 100% confirmed. That's just sort of the rumor. So will it be another Iron Fist alongside of him, or will it be a new one altogether?
But maybe it'll just be his other fist. He has one Iron Fist, and now the other one's iron.
About time. He's tired of breaking his other hand.
The one always just...
He gives him the old 1-2. So...
Next up, we have Iron Man #6. This is the Brown Avengers Mech Strike variant. So on top of all these different, we're going to be talking about another kind of variant too that they're doing this month. They're doing these Mech Strike variants for their new book, The Avengers Mech Assault.
Why don't you go ahead and take the next one?
I'll take the next one because this is the Black Widow, and this is for Savage Avengers #18.
All right, next up we have some, let's see, you got Savage Avengers, so this is Champions, right? It's hard to see the screen from here. Okay, Champions #4, this is a Black History Month variant, so February is Black History Month, and Marvel is doing some coinciding variant covers for that. So this is, I'm going to show you a few here. Champions #4, the Ironheart Black History Month variant. Then we have Iron Man #6, no cover, unfortunately. Get to work on that. February is right around the corner. Okay, so...
Still, we like to tell people about covers that are available for open order right now, even if there is no screen for them.
I guarantee it'll be cool.
So I want to see it. I love War Machine.
Yes. So then we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
This is great.
This is for issue 23. This is, once again, a Black History Month variant. So super cool that Marvel is doing these, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all of them look like together.
So this is Savage Avengers #18. This is the Super Log variant. This is a King in Black tie-in. I think you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
So there you have it. If you were wondering what's Conan up to during this King in Black.
He says, dragons, I got this. Like, you guys don't even understand.
Yep.
And then wanted to mention... This is actually King in Black #4 of 5, so we are getting close to the end of it, but just wanted to keep reminding you that this is a big event going on if you hadn't heard already, and that there's some really cool variant covers for this one, but we only have like one of them to show. But if you know what the spoiler cover was for the issue 3 that just came out,
Yeah, it was a pretty big one.
you know that they're pretty big. So there is a off chance that this is also, especially getting close to the end of the series, you don't. These spoilers could be spoilers, like big stuff happening. So if you like the spoiler covers, have been kind of doing the same kind of set of variants. So we have the spoiler cover. I think the next is the
Connecting.
the tattoo
Wow.
variant.
Or tattoo,
Yeah.
actually.
This isn't
Still
single
wanna see
tattoo. This
somebody
is
get these.
this is a sleeve. This is
I was
a
gonna say,
whole
who is
sleeve.
getting that tattoo?
Someone out there is getting this because it is really cool. And then I believe there is also a connecting variant. So if you've been getting all the connecting, all the tattoo, all the spoiler, need to let us know so we can order appropriately so you can complete your beautiful collection.
All right, very excited
Ha
for Ha number 2. Issue 1 came out a few weeks ago. We got the solicitation for the second printing of number 1, so no reason not to check out Ha. It's a 6-part series about clowns, funny, sad clowns. And issue number 2 is going to be about a mother-daughter traveling the country. Different artist for each issue, I believe. Definitely different from the number 1. So this is the A cover.
I like this cover because, you know, the hand, it's
Yeah.
so subtle and it makes it, you're her. You're in first person perspective.
And I don't want to be her.
Yeah, I mean, right away you feel
Cute.
sympathy because it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be that person. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
But these stories tend
Oh.
to take a dark turn.
I don't
As
wanna
we
be
see
that
here,
person.
I don't want to be her, and I don't want to be someone standing here looking at her.
So this is the variant cover, very different from the A cover and from the others of number 1 we've seen. This is the Simmons cover, balloons as skulls. Doesn't get more creepy
And
cool than that.
throat cut in almost like a dark red
Yeah.
necklace.
Like if this artwork was shown somewhere else and was not attached to this comic, you would say this person may have problems that painted this. But you may, oh, it's a comic variant cover. Oh, fits perfect.
I love it.
I love it.
Okay, let's get back to some really cool future state variants. So these are second print variants of a lot of the issue number 1s where they're doing these sort of character design variants. This is for Green Lantern number 1, the second print. These have been increasingly popular as we've shown them off week after week. More and more people keep coming by the store later and going, I need to get those and
Yeah.
the ones before it. And I'm glad we've ordered up on a lot of these. But please, if you want these, let us know. We only have till
Yeah.
Sunday to actually put our order in. So that's for Green Lantern number 1, second print. Here's Immortal Wonder Woman number 1, second print. Then we have Robin Eternal number 1, second print. And lastly, Justice League number 1, second print.
With that new Flash.
Yep, the new Flash. And if you're wondering where the first appearance is, it is in the Very Merry Multiverse. And if you're local, we might still have one for sale. It is no longer cover price, though, but we can work out a good deal.
And this is big.
Look at that.
This just dropped like mere
Few
minutes
minutes
before the show.
Yeah.
I was like looking back through, making sure we got all the covers, and this one had appeared. This is King in Black, Gwenom vs. Carnage number 1, second printing, and this is awesome. If you had seen what the I think 1 in 25 variant was for the first printing, it
Yes.
was Gwen Stacy, very much looking like this, but with her symbiote. Now they are doing the second printing, and as far as we know, as far as I can tell, this is open
Yeah,
order.
it's open order.
This is not a crazy ratio variant or anything. So I think this one is incredible. So nice. I can see people getting multiples of these. And this is by Lee, too, I think. I mean,
I believe so.
so really excited about this. So glad they didn't make this like a 1 in 200 variant or something.
Yep.
So let us know you want this one, because I think this one is going to shoot up in price like that other variant
Yeah,
did.
the only problem is this is so good with Mary Jane turning into Carnage, you're going to want to put it next to the other one, but the
Yeah.
other one was a 1 in 25.
It's that old.
A
We
little
get
hard
you
to
with
get a
the.
hold of.
You get the cheaper one, and then you're like, I guess I got to go buy the really expensive one now.
Yeah.
So
Well, happy hunting for that other one.
yeah, good luck.
All right, and lastly is Black Knight Facsimile. This was originally printed in 1955 by Atlas Comics, as you can see up there in the corner, about our Arthurian legend and Black Knight. So facsimiles reprint it pretty much identically except for the price tag, I believe. So you get to see the original ads and all that. And as we know, Black Knight's been popping up and other things here and there. Hence the facsimile, which is relevant. So that is available this week.
I
See,
love this cover.
I was hoping this was a Monty Python comic. Just the night he won't die.
Increasingly
That'd be
through the
great.
issue, he just loses his limbs. And...
Yeah, so I'm sure lots of Marvel execs watch the show. So come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
let's do some Monty Python
Oh,
variant
gosh.
month. I would sell gangbusters with me.
with you.
And that's the show this week.
Wow.
A little bit little, but still plenty to go back through and look through and see what you would like to get this week. And as always, feel free to comment or send us a message. We're going to leave some info up on the screen for you to get what you need to get.
And thank all of you who are watching us on Facebook Live. Any of you who watch us on YouTube, thank you. We post this right up on YouTube as soon as we're done, so we kind of get up real fast. We've been gaining in numbers. We're up to 425 subscribers. We're slowly pulling our way up to 500.
We're on 916 on our Instagram.
Ooh.
So go
very
find
cool.
Infinity Flux on Instagram, 'cause I'm trying to get to 1,000.
All right. Well, anyway, whether you order through us or not, we really appreciate you joining us, watching us every week as we go over these covers. It takes us time to put these shows together, but it's worth it. We have
This
a good
information
time,
is free.
and
I mean,
there
it's
you go.
incredible.
It's free now, but it makes you money later because some of these comics, once the order window closes, they're already sold out before they even hit the shelves. So, all right. Well, everybody have a great rest of your week.